Hello and welcome to Easy Fundraising HQ here in Lichfield for a special Meet the Team edition for Volunteers Week. And I'm joined today very happily by Becky Coleman, who is our Partnerships Manager here at Easy Fundraising. Becky, welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
No problem. We're going to talk a little bit today about Becky's time at Easy Fundraising and get a bit of insight into her own volunteering experience as well. So, Becky, let's start by saying, how long have you been at Easy Fundraising? What roles have you held here, and what's your current role right now?
Well, I've been at Easy Fundraising, Tom, since the very beginning. I originally started looking after some of the content on the website back in the day. Then I worked on the retail team for quite a number of years, but most recently, for the last 6 years, I've been part of the partnerships team, which means I look after our community causes and community partners.
Oh, okay. So yeah, some of you may recognise Becky if you've attended any of our webinars and things recently. She does do a great job on those, so she might be a familiar face to some of you who are watching. So obviously you've been here a long time, back from the very beginning. We're talking kind of 2005, 2006 sort of time. So what's the best thing about working at Easy Fundraising, would you say?
Oh, there's so many good things about working at Easy Fundraising. Obviously, the fact that we're helping good causes every day is brilliant. My role going out meeting good causes is fantastic. It's so great to get to chat to causes and find out what they're doing, what they're spending the money on. But it's also a really lovely place to work. We have a really lovely committed team who are all dedicated to raising money, and we are like one big family.
So obviously, yeah, you've dealt with a number of causes over the years. You've seen all the different changes in the business and things like that. So for causes that are using Easy Fundraising right now, what would be your top tip for them to be successful on the platform?
So I would say that you really need to engage your supporters with Easy Fundraising, and there are quite a number of ways you can do that. We provide lots of tools to help you do that, so ready written emails, ready written social posts, but actually nothing beats you talking directly to your supporters about why you've joined Easy Fundraising, what you're hoping to raise for, what you're going to do with the funds. Lots of causes tell me that sharing successes is a really good way to get more supporters involved. So if you've raised a donation yourself, or if you have a supporter that's raised a donation, make sure you shout about it. Make sure you say, great news, Tom's just raised £4.70 and you can do the same. Please keep going. That's one of the best top tips, is just thank your supporters and remind your other supporters that they can get involved too.
Brilliant. Yeah, I think that's the thing, isn't it? Like, fundraising is a social activity, isn't it? And I think, being making sure that we involve in all the community and things like that, which Easy Fundraising certainly gives you the opportunity to do. So let's change tack a little bit. We've talked a bit about your time at Easy Fundraising. Let's talk about your volunteering experience. So tell me about your time as a volunteer. Where do you volunteer at, and how long have you been doing it for?
Well, I've volunteered in a number of places over the years, but my most recent and probably most consistent is that I'm a volunteer for HomeStart Birmingham North West, actually. So I'm a trustee for this small charity in Birmingham, and I'm also a volunteer, which means that on a Friday, when I'm not at Easy Fundraising, I'm out volunteering with a family who need a little bit of additional support from me, and it's great. It's a really great thing to be doing. I really enjoy it, and I do feel like that we're making an impact with a family who really needs us.
Yeah, and what's some of the reasons why they need that extra support? What's some of the circumstances?
Well, it can be, we support any family that has a child under 5. So it can be a variety of things. It could be that a parent needs a little bit of extra support. A child might have special educational needs. It might be issues within the family that family just needs someone else there to give them a bit of a hand. It's parenting advice. It's emotional support. A lot of what we do is around mental health for families as well. Obviously, we've seen a massive rise in mental health issues since the COVID pandemic. So a lot of what we do is helping in that respect. Also, sometimes it's just about fun. It's just about playing. The family I support at the moment, we have a whale of a time every Friday morning playing games, giving mum a bit of a break, and I would heartily recommend anyone who's considering volunteering for HomeStart.
Brilliant. And that kind of leads me on to my next question, really, because what would you say to people who are thinking about volunteering? You know, obviously, I'm guessing from the way you're speaking, you find it very rewarding. It's certainly a worthwhile thing to do. But what would you say to people out there who are thinking about giving it a go?
I would say that sometimes it can feel a bit daunting, volunteering for the first time, because you don't necessarily know what to expect. Certainly with my volunteering, going into a family's home for the first time is a little bit daunting, but it is incredibly rewarding. And if you've got something to give, so be that time or emotional support, then you should really consider giving it. Don't be daunted. It is a bit scary at first sometimes, but it soon gets a lot easier, and you'll know you're making a difference. You'll see you're making a difference, and you'll feel good about yourself as well.
Brilliant. And we know from some of the causes that we speak to regularly here at Easy Fundraising, some of the causes that are on the platform, we get the impression that there's quite a shortage of volunteers at the moment. I think certainly the cost of living crisis and things like that have had a bit of an impact. So for any of the causes out there who are looking to increase their numbers of volunteers, have you got any advice for them in terms of how they can go about recruiting more people?
I would say absolutely get your existing volunteers to do the job for you, or people who volunteered for you in the past. The reason I got involved with HomeStart is my mother-in-law volunteered for HomeStart for a number of years, and she talked about it so positively that I always thought, when I'm in a position to be able to do that, I'm going to do it too. So get your volunteers to talk to other people about how it is for them, and they're going to be the best advocates for you.
Fantastic. Well, there you have it. That's the first video episode of Meet the Team. There'll be more of these to come, hopefully. Do like and subscribe on our YouTube channel for more of this type of content. And we'll see you again very soon. Thanks, Becky.
Thank you.